Okay.
Like
Yeah.
just look at him.
Yeah.
So we'll start. We'll just go back in time a little bit.
Huh.
When you were young, very young.
Oh yeah.
Just tell us about
Like, how was she like when she was young?
When she was young, she was always very reserved. She seems like a very, very bubbly, very extroverted person. But she's a very private person. She likes to go into her shell. And growing up, we didn't really get along. There were times when she would like fight with me, disown me. But I think now it's very different. Her and I kind of see eye to eye on a lot of things. She actually, I would say, respects a lot of the things I say. But as a kid, it was not the case. We were like fighting like cats and dogs, like any sisters. The biggest thing we fought about was clothes, because she always wanted to wear my clothes. And I was 6 years older than her, so yeah.
Do you remember any incident which happened when you were as a kid? Fight or something?
No, I wasn't about fighting. So when we were very young, she ran into. So she has a Harry Potter head mark on her forehead. So we were both in the same school, and she ran into a wall, and somebody came and told me, "Oh, your sister's hurt yourself," and that was like the most scary moment for me, because I know that nobody's around and I have to go with her, and I held her hand and we went to the hospital. And she knew that she's gonna get stitches. So all she was like, "I don't want any stitches, Vididi. Please tell them not to give me any stitches." I was telling her, no, you won't get stitches. But she ended up getting stitches. So she was like, "Why didn't you tell me the truth?" And I was like, "I don't know." But that moment in time I realized how much I actually loved her, because we would constantly fight. And I'm 6 years older, so I just felt like a huge sense of responsibility towards her. That's just like my one memory where I realized that she's my sister, and I really absolutely love her, and then losing her would be really, really, really scary. Yeah. Yes. I don't remember the day when she was born.
What happened that day?
I knew that we had a baby at home, and I was old enough to know that she's my baby, like she's my sister. So I was very protective of her. I always wanted to be with me, and I had a lot of love to give, and she would never reciprocate back. So I would try to behave like I'm her mom and put her to sleep, but she never, like, she got to know it wasn't. So it was. I feel like, yeah. I don't remember her as a very small baby, but I remember as she was growing up. Um, yeah. It's really funny. I don't really remember so much about when she was born, and because I was pretty young myself. Yeah.
What are the changes that you see in her are like what are the changes you have seen in her? Like, how was she before and now?
I think she lived in her. She's a voracious reader. Like, she reads a lot. So she lived in her little world of books all her life, and I think she's come out of that a little bit, and she's become more worldly. Um, but she's come out from this make-believe Harry Potter and J.K. Rowling world to how her world is really. And I feel like she's just going strength to strength. She's a very strong person. She doesn't take no for an answer, and that's good for her, and it'll really do well for her in her life. Oh, lots, everything, her existence to some point. I mean, this is like, if you talk to sisters, they'll tell you there's a lot of stupid things that you fight about. Every small thing we used to like. The biggest thing we used to fight about was clothes, because she always wanted to wear my clothes. And then she's the middle child also, so there was that middle child syndrome. But it was all silly fights. I don't think there was anything major that we ever disagreed upon, or um, it was very funny. My mom would know that we are coming back from school, because our bus would stop at the end of the lane where we lived, and we would constantly get off the bus, and we would constantly fight all the way back home till we actually put our lunch meal in our mouth. We would constantly be bickering. So my mom could know, okay, now school is over, they are home, because she could hear us from a mile away that we are bickering and we are walking. But that was like our relationship, and now I think it's a completely different relationship. Now, I feel like we are very, very close, and I love her to death. For sure.
So now, what are the qualities in her which you like now?
Qualities.
Something unique about it.
Anything unique about her anything which you love the most about her?
So, I think she's not pretentious. She's very like she is what she is. She goes into her own zones and she kind of recedes sometimes, but it's all out in the open. You get what you signed up for. So it's like I think the beauty about her is she's a very strong personality. She's really, really out there. That's what she is. There is no two-faced. Okay, I'm saying this and I go back and say something else. She's very, very genuine. And that's very difficult to find these days. It's like the whole world is full of fake people. And if she's your friend, and she'll be loyal and she'll die for you. If she hates you, she'll like really like let you know. But I just feel like she's such a genuine, loving soul. That's I think unique. About her. That's the most unique thing that I love about her is that I can ask her for feedback and she'll give me real feedback and not try to sugarcoat it. The first time I think she told me that she was dating Ankit and she thought he was really cute, and so that was I live in the States, so I didn't really fine, you're dating someone. But then we went out, she was like, oh, he's a Punjabi guy, so we need to go to Punjabi by nature. And then we went to one of these Punjabi bistros and we ordered butter chicken. And my husband was with me, Vinay was with me. And Vinay was like, yes, if there's a guy who likes butter chicken, then he can totally be part of the family. But Ankit was just such a sweetheart. He was, he's just the most gentle, sweetest soul. So I think they kind of work with each other really well. They're a good pair.
Can you tell us any instance about them both? Like they have done something together in the
Oh, there's a very cute thing. So in San Francisco, there is a park called the Golden Gate Park. And in those parks, every Sunday, they have free Charleston lessons. So it was really cute. We all went to these Charleston lessons. And it's a public lesson. So you have guys and you have girls. And they're all dancing with each other and you learn. So Anuja was dancing with the band. And then they both danced really well. So she was just dancing with everybody. But Ankit, with every other woman, was so careful. But when they ended up learning the whole step and they did the routine, it was so beautiful. I can't erase that memory from my mind where this lush green park and in the middle, you know how those Yash Raj movies, a big fountain, it's Charleston music going and her dress is all flowing and they're both doing it perfectly. My husband and I could not get the steps right. We were kicking each other, jumping all over the place, but they just shows how in sync you are with your partner. So that is one memory of both of them that I can never forget. That beautiful sunny afternoon in Golden Gate Park and them doing the Charleston. Oh, it was lovely.
And do you have
Any other?
Any incident with them?
Any funny incident?
Yeah, anything. It can be anything. Yeah, we'll censor it later. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm trying to. Yeah. One funny incident. I'm trying to think. We haven't spent so much time together, because they live here. Any funny incident? There have been so many. I'm trying to think.
How was she with you?
How was she I don't we've not lived together for a very long time.
Call you or something?
No. That's what I'm saying. Our relationship has gone from being estranged. We were never estranged, but we were never close. We were not particularly close. Every time we spoke, we fought. To now, it's just become when she came to the US, she was studying in the US, and when she came back to India, she was calling me every hour because she was jet lagged and she was quarantining and she couldn't it's come a long way from us constantly bickering about everything to now where she's calling me every hour to find out what I'm doing and updating. So the funny thing she does is Vinay and I have an Amazon Prime account in the US. So when she's missing us, she just goes and sees what we're ordering. And then she'll call us and she'll say, why did you guys order new masks? Or why did you guys order like some silly thing? So she'll like go and she'll see, she'll look at our, order list and she'll say, okay, I know you guys ordered this and that. And then Vinay's like, I can't order condoms anymore because now she's like looking at her. Like we can't order any of that stuff because she's constantly in there. So that's something funny that we've done, recently. But I'm trying to think of like a funny incident. I do remember, so when she was very little, we used to go to our grandma's place and we used to take the train. And I really loved holding her in my arms. So I was like, please, please, please. And she was very little, like she was probably 6 or 7 months. And I took her and I wanted to walk with her and I dropped her on her head on the platform. So ever since then I've teased her that you lost your brains because I dropped you on your head. And she's like, who drops a baby on the railway platform, man? And it was literally like just before the gap between the train and the platform. So I've been basically teasing her about how she doesn't have any brains because I dropped her on her head. That was funny. But it was out of love. See, I really wanted to hold her. And whoever adult, it was the adult's fault in this whole situation. But that was like constantly was me trying to get her affection and her being in her shell. And I think that's the biggest change is she started taking people. She started understanding that, people, when they show you affection, they really mean it. And I think that's, and she's being genuine about it. So I think that's the biggest change in is she's come out from her make-believe little book world to the reality of things and how relationships work and how to make them work. Huh.
The first time you met Ankit,
Huh.
what was the impression?
Ankit I was just like, oh my god, he's so cute. I think they both complement, like they look so cute together. Like you can actually think of a doll, like if you're in a doll house, you wanted to put like a cabbage patch dolls together, they look like that. So I looked at him, I was like, oh my god, he's so cute. My mom had already told me, he's very cute. So I was like, okay. So I was kind of prepared and I saw him and he was just super, super cute and super respectful and super sweet. But over a period of time when we got to know him, it's important, like for me, Vinay getting along with Anuja's partner also meant a lot. And they got on like wildfire. They're both soccer watchers. So Vinay supports Man U and he supports Chelsea. So there's always this backing. One really funny thing that happened when Anuja and Ankit were dating, Anuja had a birthday party. And I was here in India. And Anuja was having a birthday party and it was all her friends. So they all left and then Ankit remained and one of his friends and they were both playing PS. So Anuja was like, hey, it's my birthday, give me attention. He stood on our couch. He was in our house. They were not engaged then. He stood on our couch without moving his eyes from the TV that was on, from the TV that was on. He kept playing and she's jumping in front of him. She's like, it's my birthday, give me some attention. He was like, please move aside. Abhi hut pe khel raha hu. And I was like, okay, this one is going to get along with my husband because he does the same thing with me. He's like, move, I want to play my PS. And so I took pictures of that and I sent it to Vinay. I was like, Vinay, this is your would-be brother-in-law. And he was like, totally, my kind of guy. So for me, it was really important to get Vinay's, Vinay has to get along with him. And we all absolutely love him.
So about your parents, now she's going on now, so it's a big change for them. So how do you think they feel?
See, my parents when I left the home and when I went to the US, they were very happy for us because they feel like this is growth. This is nothing to be sad about. She's not going very far. I actually went all the way to the US. So we don't see this as she's going away from us. I think what they see is this is your next phase in life and you're growing. You have a new family, you go learn from them. We are still, she's not going to do a Kanyadan, I don't think. So for them, it's not like she's going away from them. For them, it's next level of growth. You're going to another family, you're going to learn how they live, you're going to learn to live, build relationships there. You already have our relationships. You know, it grows you as a person. For me, my mom was very happy when I was going to the US. She was like, you know, she's going to have a career, she's going to live on her own, she's going to learn to do her own dishes. So I think for my parents, when they think about things, they think about them a little differently. They think about putting your kids in the deep end so they learn how to swim and survive. This is probably much easier than going to the US because you're just going to another home in Delhi. So I like, that's one thing about my family I love, is they don't look at this in the traditional sense that she's going away. She's not away, going very far. No. I don't know, I can't predict. At my wedding, nobody cried. Neither did I. My dad tried, he was like, oh, maybe I should. And I was like, no, it's not worth it. My mother-in-law was like dancing in front of us funnily. So, I mean, it was really cute. She was doing a cute dance in front of us. So we were just like, wow, like, no, we're not, we don't look at this as a bidai or, yeah, that's not my family. It's about, you know, you have to grow. You have to go and live your life. Whether you go live with somebody else and do it or you live by yourself. It's just, you know, every bird flies away from home.
Any message for them as a couple?
Yeah, they've been our support systems.
Any advice to her on
For my parents, I will say that we are very grateful. Both Anuja and I, she will say the same thing. They've never let us feel that, you know, we can't do things, we can't achieve things. Especially like my mom and my dad, they've just always said, you dream big, and then we will give you the fuel to go after that. They don't ever give us the path. They don't tell us this is what. There's no guidance. They give us the fuel. They've given us the, you know, they've given us all the building blocks to go do that. So for the longest time, Anuja was like, I'm not going to get into Stanford. I'm not going to apply there. And so my parents were like, don't think about that. To dream big, we'll give you the building blocks to get there. And then go achieve it. And she did. She was the first person in my dad has 11 brothers and sisters. So we have a large family. She was the first girl in the full family to ever go to like a Stanford or an Ivy League school. So, you know, it's kudos to them. And same with me. I just feel like I would have not been where I am had I not had that support in life. They just don't let us back down. They will stand by us very strong. And advice for Anuja? Advice, I don't think I need to give her advice. She's, you know, she's seen the world. She's traveled the world. She has the right partner. Whatever they decide between, you know, they have to like now make their life. So I have no advice to give them. I think they are very, very brilliant lawyers. They deal with all sorts of things around the world. You know, small things. I mean, all I would say though is don't ever take a decision based out of fear. Take a decision based out of love, because that really is what lasts. So if you're responding to something, respond with love. Always helps, especially with family. Don't respond with fear. So that's my advice.
Any warning to Ankit?
Any warning to Ankit? No man, he knows what he's getting into. He like, you know, she's so genuine. She's been with him for such a long time. You know, she's such a lovely person. He knows exactly what she is, because she's shown, like, she's what she is. She's shown us, you know, she's constantly been there for all of us. She's supported us in things. So there's nothing cautionary. I think they both know each other really well. Probably he knows her a little bit better than I do also. So, yeah. Thank you guys. This has made me think so much.